Well, hey everybody, backyard scrapping here. Today we are going to cast some more little silver Derringers, and I'm actually going to make a few copper Derringers. Um, I can only do the molds one at a time. I know originally I've got a video quite a ways back where I did the prototype for this, and then I used I cleaned up the prototype and made some castings from it. Because this was really, crooked, and it's a two-piece, die cast, I guess you would call it, a little mini toy, or it was a keychain or something. But, where they put it together, because it's two pieces, it was really, off. So, I mean, I originally, like I said, I made a prototype and cleaned it up real well and used it for the master. But I recently had some free time, and I cleaned and straightened all this up, so now everything's even on this, so I can actually use this for my master, which will be a little bit better because it's not going to be a secondary casting, so it's going to pick up all this, detail a little bit better. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get our mold filled. I'm not going to bore you with that. I will time lapse it so you don't have to sit here for 30 minutes and watch me do, extremely boring stuff. And we're going to go ahead and get our first mold ready. I'm going to try and do several of these. I'm not going to put you through the the mold making every time, because it's just the same thing over and over. So I will get back to you guys when the mold is ready, and we're going to get ready to cast this. So these take just a bit over 3 ounces of silver and a bit over 4 ounces of copper. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on filling this mold and making our mold to cast these. So I'll get back to talking to you in a bit. Okay, everybody, we have, I actually take this outside to do it, but to dust it with parting powder, this is a mold parting powder for sand casting, and I have had this, I don't even know, 25 years, 30 years, so it lasts a long time. But anyhow, the way I do this, a lot of people don't do it this way. I like to do a half impression first. Some people will just take, and I've dusted this with parting powder, so I don't want to touch it, but some people will just put this right in there, right in here, and put the sand around it and then cut it out. It's a matter of preference. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. I mean, people may say there is, but there's really not. It's whatever you prefer doing. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right there, and then we're going to push this in, fix what we got to fix, and we're going to do our top half. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to time lapse, and we'll get back at you guys in just a bit. Okay guys, so there we have it. We had a few little breakaways. It seems to be fairly common with this, trying to do this Derringer. Even though I did spend some time grinding, trying to get everything even, apparently there's still a couple little spots, but not horrible. It's not going to take forever to clean it up like it did, you know, the very first one, because it was just really way out of whack. So we're going to go ahead and get our sprue hole put in this, and we're going to get ready to cast it. So we'll be back at you in a bit. Okay everybody, we are ready to cast. As you can see, we've got both sides of our mold ready. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together to keep it safe. We've got our vents cut in, so we are ready to go. So the next thing is get our silver melted and cast us another little Derringer. So we'll be back at you when we get outside. Okay everybody, we are outside. We have old silver fired up. I've got about 4 ounces of 999 silver in there. We've got our mold set up and leveled. So basically all we got to do now is just hang until old silver gets up to temperature, and then we're going to pour our first silver Derringer. So we're going to probably pour at least a couple of those, and we're probably going to pour a couple of copper ones. And I'm not going to go through all the, you know, the remolding process and all that. You saw it, you know, in the time lapse. No point in doing all that again. So I'm going to run and grab my tripod and wait for that silver to melt, and we'll be back at you in a bit. Okay everybody, we are ready to cast. We are up to temperature. So we are going to go ahead and grab our silver and go ahead and pour this booger. Actually have a little left. I'm going to try and pour it out on there, connect it. There we go. There we go. Put that back, and we shall unplug old silver and see what we got. Okay, well, let's see what we got, guys. Looks to me like we got a little Derringer. So I'm going to actually just set this right here for a minute. And I'm going to clean this stuff out. We'll get it out and we'll take a look at it. So I'll be right back at you. Okay, we have got it out of our sand. Dropped her in the cooler off. And I believe we got a pretty good little casting out of that. So we brush it off and we'll take a gander at it. Okay, so there she is, guys. I'm pretty pleased with it. We just got one little overpour from our breakaway we had there, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. Got a little bit here, but nothing bad, nothing that can't be dealt with pretty quick. We will show you how many we get and what we got when we're finished with them. So we'll be back at you when we get back inside. Okay, everybody, they are done. So we have our first copper pours for the Derringers, and then we have our number 4 pure silver Derringer. Let's see, this one weighs 2.56 troy ounces. We did get one little flaw. I don't know if you can see it right there, but in the handle there is a sprue pit right under the BYS, but it doesn't hurt anything. It's just like a tiny little hole or a cavity there. But anyway, so there is number 4. Then we have our copper, and this one weighs 2.15 ounces. They are marked and dated, BYS, Maker's Mark, and this is number 2. They say copper right there, and this is number 1. So I will get these up on the website if anybody's interested in them. It's www.backyardscrapping.com. Go take a peek and check them out. And I guess that'll be it for this video. So we will see you all in the next video.